Hey, shalom guys, shalom, shalom, shalom. This is Esau the Lowly Jew, wild man and born of a Harley True. I just want to tell you, man, I had an encounter with a bigot. He ran off like a bitch. So what happened was, I'm sitting up here studying, right? What they'll do is they'll steal my shit, take my carts and stuff. Unfortunately, not all, but encouraged by the police, the firemen, the ambulance, the ER, particularly what they have a habit of doing is beeping their horns, making sure I don't get any sleep, proper sleep deprivation. I do suffer from that. As you can see here, I'll show you. So I had to come out. That's where I sleep at right there. I sleep in that motherfucker. So I use the tote so there's no moisture on my feet. My feet don't get wet. Alright, so this is what's happening. Alright. So as they're yelling in the background, the bigots, it's just pretty much all of the whites, the community, Burger King employees, stuff like that. I can't go into Burger King anymore. Okay, at this point in time, until I take legal action. I do have a Burger King card. It was a nice woman in my community, a member of my community that bought me a Burger King card that's $10. Can't go in there because they don't want me in there. And they're bigots. Alright, so it is what it is. I could point to the manager and the people that had stated these claims. So I just decided not to go in there. I'm not going to argue with it. I said, I just take legal action. It is what it is. Then also they would, talk about spitting in my food if I ever ordered anything and shit like that. So I just, nope. I'm going in to warm up. Can't even do that anymore. I walk down to Kroger's. But like I say, I want to show you something real quick. Check this shit out. I scared myself up pretty bad, man, so it is what it is, though. I'm gonna post this right away. Check that shit. So it's gonna take some time to heal, but I failed. Alright, trying to catch this bigot, man. My shoes are untied, as you can see. My shoes are untied, as you can see here. I have not eaten anything yet. I have not been able to because I've been harassed all day. I'm serious. This shit crazy as hell. Also, they were very happy that I fell and did not catch him. Even though a bit of my screen was damaged, I say the covering, excuse me, I'm so sorry. And that shit hurt to stretch my hands out, I'm sorry. Particularly, even though a bit of my covering, particularly when it comes to my phone, is a bit damaged, but it's protected, so it's perfectly fine. I want to show you guys something. So this is my phone, and now I have to call the Proud Girls. So I got to call them real quick. So we're gonna click on this real quick. See, Proud Boys, Proud Girls. Got 911 in my phone, man. I mean, it's that bad. So what they did was he particularly yelled, "Stop talking about our kids," and there was a bunch of threats with that, and niggers. Like I say, you got people over there. As you can see, I want to show you something though. You see all these people driving by? People saw this shit. They didn't say anything about it because they're part of it. So, you see what's going on here? It's just straight up bigotry, man, but you gotta forgive people, just keep moving. So give me a minute here. I really do have to charge my phone here. I gotta call the cops. I got a charge. I got a portable chargers too. I haven't eaten anything yet. So I gotta nurse my wounds too, but that's a different story for another day. So I'm about to call the cops at this point in time. Okay. Before I do that, I'm gonna pause, put this phone on the charge, and get right back to it at large. Oh, and by the way, too, the traffic light cameras are high enough. Particularly, they could catch they most likely caught the fall. So the beautiful thing of it is they have these traffic light cameras, man, which I posted all up on the web, particularly what happened to me, so you can check the videos out, particularly with the traffic lights. And it actually sees all the traffic. So it sees the person that was walking by in pink pants, okay? It catches all that shit. It caught him running, all kinds of shit. So he act like he got away. Okay, I believe he hit like a bitch, or he lives in Lighthouse, but he, you know, where he was wearing pink pants, hot pink pants. And you gotta understand, man, particularly, and as people were saying, oh, it wasn't him, he wasn't wearing hot pink pants, but I came out and I ran to the top and I saw a motherfucker wearing pink pants coming from this direction of the vicinity where I heard the car being tossed over. I was like, what the hell is going on? Now, people were lying. Heard Caucasian screaming in the background saying, he's just moving and he's not doing anything to it. They didn't want me to come out. And they also mentioned, I didn't think he can get out that fast. So you got to understand, it's the Caucasians, man. It's the Canaanites. They fucking with me. So when people say that I'm not trying my best to get a job, okay, and to be gainfully employed, it's the whites. So also I want to make this, I want to emphasize this. If I go anywhere, get any assistance from my family, I want to emphasize this, make it very clear. I have my stuff here. I cannot take this stuff with me. This is for the police as well too. Now they did say that they would burn my stuff down, put gasoline over my stuff, particularly people here, the civilians here, or the whites. And if they're doing this with my cause, if this is all I have, and because of the releasing of my 419 social security number, and unfortunately most of the police here, the fine officers of the law, putting the battery, okay, in the back of people that are doing this, because they keep giving these bigots a pat on the back as they're yelling, driving by in their cars, only the whites, saying, we're really not exposed because we got the complexion for the connection, nigger. So this is what they say. I mean, the arrogance and the conceit and the haughtiness, but pride comes before a fall, everybody. So I got to send this immediately to the police, which I can do through Facebook. All right, so they can't say they didn't get it. I mean, this is life and death. I mean, pretty much. Because if I leave here, you know, which I can't bring any of my stuff with me at this point in time, they know this. So if my stuff gets tampered with, it would be because of all the things that I just mentioned prior to me coming up until this point. So I'm going to pause this. I got to call the police and I got to let them know. I say, hey, shit, man. You know, I got cuts all over myself and shit. I'm bleeding. It's not, I'm not okay in the sense that this keeps happening. Okay, this is not okay. This doesn't happen to anybody that's white out here. It's just happening to me, a Native Hebrew export Norseman. All right? So I got to take legal action. I really have to sue. Okay? All right? They also mentioned that it's only going to get worse, nigger cuck. And I said, damn. Okay. All right. And they said it's war. And this is why they're doing this. That stupid shit they're doing with the cost, they said they'll do a lot worse. They said they'll do a lot worse. All right, so just give me a moment, please. All right, y'all. I'm back. It's a little bit dark out, but you know, no big deal. Okay, so I want to show you what I'm doing. By the way, I want to say, you really can't see anything. I try to stay near the light, but I have to charge my shit, you know, particularly. So I had to go get my chargers and all kinds of shit. Give me a minute. So as you can see here, I set the shit up quite nice. Okay. So I'm about to call the police, you know. And by the way, excuse me, I have to be very careful. I want to drop my shit. My sackcloth fell off too. Or my sackcloth was ripped off as well. So you have to understand, peroxide. Okay. The bag I'm going to use to clean my wound fell on the ground. That's okay. Peroxide. You know, you just give me a minute. I'm just gonna pick this shit up. Put the shit right here. Just wipe it down with some peroxide. Wipe my hands off and shit. Clean myself up. I'll be okay. So you have to understand here, man. It's extremely racist in this motherfucker. Okay, just give me a minute. I mean, it's so bad down here, man. Particularly, there was an incident of yesterday. Now, the reason why I got the donuts because I'm eating. I have not had anything to eat today. And I'm a detective, so, you know, I had to, you know, it's what I do, okay? So you have to understand, man, you know, so many things have happened to me, you know. And it's just so much evil that I'm dealing with here. But you know, a lot of it's the Caucasians. The only reason why they would help me out, as they have stated, was to fuck me for my salvation. You did not hear it, but when I paused the video, they know exactly when to say these things. I mean, they've said some pretty dumb shit while I've recorded, video recorded, and stated, forgive me, that particularly the only reason why they help me is so they can fuck me. Okay, male and females. Not all, but I would say, like I said, 100% of my experiences, and you have only 1/6% of a 0.5% of individuals that are decent here. And I can't even give you their fucking names. Besides Miss Amy Tsukiyomi, Sean's okay. Sean's okay. Miss Amy Tsukiyomi. Okay? And who else? Leanne. Okay. You have to understand, man. A lot of these people want me dead. So I don't have time to clean me off my wound right now. Clean my wounds. I'm gonna post this video immediately. It's very important, particularly. So it is what it is. I have to make this video and I have to call the cops. So you're going to hear me call the cops, and we're going to see what they're going to say. Okay? I mean, all this shit is very unnecessary, man. Okay? Just give me a moment, please. So I'm charging my shit as I go, using this desk. Not just for show. So there was some incidents that happened yesterday. I want to talk about these things. At the library, you had Fran complaining about the stuff that I was bringing in, but I would have a place by now in a matter of 2 to 3 months. Okay, with the way I work and the jobs that are hiring up here, $18 hiring jobs, 17, 15. You save your money, you're on the streets. You can get out the streets in 2 months, at most 3. How I save money? Okay, I save money, man. Okay, I don't spend money though, because I don't got no money to spend. So you have to understand, when it comes to everything that's happening to me, I have to speak a little bit louder because of the traffic coming by. So forgive me, okay? There's a lot of shit happening in my life. Alright? So, we're going to call the cops. I'm going to let them know everything that's happening to me. Alright, so Fran was complaining about that, particularly because of the slander and defamation of the library. Alright? I've been on the streets for quite some time. Okay. So I have to yell a bit louder because of the traffic. Okay. Alright? So you got bigots out here that want to kill me. Okay? The other day they threw a bottle at me. Glass bottle. They were popping bottles. Okay? Popping shots. Alright? So, we are going to call the police. Alright? We're going to figure out what the issue is here. Now, the individual that threw my cart was a pale face. No disrespect. Canaanite. Caucasian. Okay? It took some time to get the cart over. I came out. Motherfucker ran like a bitch. So you gotta understand the security cameras already caught. Any accidents, that thing is raised way up. Okay? And it hit it way up there. I'm looking at it right now. See, it caught him. So I would say between the hours, 1,800 hours. Okay? I came out 1,800 hours by 14. Okay? So in between these times, 1,800 hours. By 18, they should look back on the cameras to see who did this. There is no excuse for this. Okay? I'm sorry I'm yelling a little bit loud. Okay? Only because of the traffic. Now I won't be singing tonight, because my voice might be a little bit strained. Okay? Alright. So, I'm about to call the police right now. I'm not going to yell this loud or just loud enough. If they cannot hear me, if they ask me to speak up, I will speak up for them, no disrespect. In the tone of my voice, I'm asserting myself. I'm not speaking at them, but speaking to them. Okay, I just want to let you know what's happening. I'm not angry. Okay. I just have to assert my voice to a certain decibel so people can hear me and my lawyers and the jury and the judge. Okay, so I got everything set up here. All right. Just give me a moment, please. A moment of your time. All right, y'all see that? I'm about to call 911, okay? Let me go back. I'm gonna show y'all this shit. Proud Boys, okay? Proud Boys. I'm about to call 911. Check this shit out. All right, here we go. All right? See what they fucking got to say about this shit, man. Hold on. Real time emergency, y'all. Shalom? Can you hear me? Hello? 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 You might not be able to hear me. Hold on real quick. Hello?
Hi, this is 911. Do you have an emergency?
Yes, ma'am. I'm so sorry. I didn't put you on speaker. I'm just going through a bit of stumbling block right now. I'm so sorry. It's traffic. So I'm not trying to yell too loud. Okay, it's not as much traffic. Tell me if I'm not yelling loud enough, I will, and I'm not yelling at you. I'm just yelling to you, or just trying to, assert myself so you can hear me. I'm sorry. There was,
what can I help you with?
ma'am, there was an incident today where an individual. This is the third time this has happened. Okay, I do have a video, few videos of both times, and I actually tracked down the car. So you have individuals out here, and I hate to say it, particularly the Caucasians, not all, okay, grown men now. What they'll do is, and kids, but particularly grown men, they would sit up here and they would grab the cart. They don't need the cart, okay.
They'll do what?
They sit up here and grab the cart. I'm sorry, the cart, at the Target. I got this Target cart, they lent it to me, and they said I could use it. After kicking me out, they said I could use the cart. So what happened was, I'm sorry about that, okay, but I caught the individual. Sorry for my mispronunciation, or my funny pronunciation of words, okay. I have a bit of an accent, but I sat up here and I heard some sounds. I sleep at the bridge. I've been kicked out of every establishment, so I stay at the bridge. And they threw the cart, particularly as I came out. He's wearing hot pink pants. There is a traffic camera that actually can catch the individual that has done this. Okay. All right. So probably catch me falling too.
You're at the bridge right now?
Yes, ma'am. I'm at the bridge. I am bleeding, but I'm okay. I fell trying to. No, not at all. He just assaulted the cart. I was trying to catch him, not to hurt him or anything, but get close enough. I take pictures, for you guys, and then I was just gonna walk away. I wasn't gonna hurt the individual, All right. But that's it. Just take pictures for you guys, and then in the process of following, I just would have called the police and say, "Hey, man, you right here. You right here." So but I didn't catch him. Okay, did not catch him at all. Unfortunately, there, particularly only the Caucasians in the background, were cheering it on. Cheering it on. Saw the motherfucker. Witnesses and everything. Okay, so this is how my blanket got stolen, my shit gets stolen. But like I say, I just wanted to report it. I don't know what you guys do in this situation. I really don't need you to come out. I just wanted to let you know. I'm not trying to be petty. But when he was throwing the cart over, when he finally got the cart over, it took him some time. He said there were Caucasians in the background, excuse me, let me just say this, they were lying, they were watching the whole thing and said that, I hate to say this, because this is my hometown. You know, I've been trying to live here with them, but they made it impossible to do so. Not all. By doing these things, how am I supposed to get a job? How am I supposed to stay warm if my stuff keeps getting stolen while I'm on the streets? So it's a bit of an issue. So this.
What's your name?
All right, Aliyan. So yours, Marion.
Okay. So do you want me to just have an officer call you about this?
Well, that'd be nice. Well, I say this. Let me see. Particularly, is that? I don't know if that. Is that how you do a situation? I forgot. With the details and stuff, he did say, just give me a minute. I'm so sorry. I just want to make sure I give you all the details. Because, you know, he did say, stop talking about our kids. But in the same breath, in the background, no disrespect, to put my salvation on it, they were talking about fucking kids. Particularly Hebrews and their own kids. So I'm not saying everybody. But this is a constant problem. I do have recordings. I do send to the police. Okay. And but he threw the cart over, and I didn't say anything to him. I didn't engage with him in any negative way or fashion. But this individual saw fit to do this to me, and you have to understand how much more will he do? Okay, if people are talking about threatening my life. Okay, these are the same individuals that are talking about, smashing a rock on my head while I'm sleeping. So I sleep all times of the day and night. I'm suffering from sleep deprivation when the ambulances are coming by, beeping their horns intentionally to fuck with me. How I found this out was from the ambulance workers, because I used to walk past there up there, and the firemen too. I have a video about that. A fireman mentioning that they were true bigots, and I got nothing against them. I said you have every right to be a bigot, according to your constitutionary right of the First Amendment, right? Okay, when it comes to the freedom of speech, freedom of thought, okay, and your religion. But when you begin to exercise that bigotry on your jobs and driving past, beeping your horns and stuff, well, I'm not getting any sleep. This is why I have to stay at the bridge a few days, because I cannot get up. I'm not getting any sleep. I'm getting harassed constantly, suffering from sleep deprivation. Then if I don't have any food, I have to rest more to get up. So, I mean no disrespect. I'm no threat to anybody, but they are a threat to me. And this is what's happening to me, and it's escalating. So I do have blood. I do have pictures and videos. I took the picture. $1,800 by 14. I ran out, tried to catch the individual, and I failed. I damaged my phone a bit, but just the protective screen, so I'm okay. And when I fell, I remember, man, yeah, so many people out here. It was actually quite sad, because I consider this place my hometown, and they were laughing at me, most particularly the whites. It was all whites. I'm gonna just say that right now. I was on the ground for quite some time. I fell so hard, when I fell forward, I ended up backwards. I fell forward, but I fell on my ass, literally, looking up to the sky. And I was laying there quite some time. I got blood all over my clothes. Okay, which I took pictures of, my jacket. Okay? Blood all over my phone, too.
Do you want me to have an officer respond out there, or have one call you?
Well, I thought about it, and I was thinking about what you were saying. Forgive me, I just had to give you those details. Just in case if it escalates. I'll say no. I'm gonna just clean my wounds. I'm gonna sit out here for a little bit, get some fresh air. Probably take a little walk back and forth, not to cause any conflict, but just to cool down. I'm not angry. I'm just disappointed. And I'm gonna eat some donuts too.
You don't want any contact from anybody?
No, because I thought about it. I said, I think it would be a waste of taxpayer dollars. And I hate to say this, but a lot of officers don't like me too much because of the complexion of my skin. I had a few run-ins with them. I hate to say that, in my religion, you know, my belief, you know, beeping horns in the background, you can hear it. So that's what they like to do. And this act of beeping horns, I just have to tell you this. I don't want to hold you for too long. So I do have to get going. I do have a lot of research to do. I'm going to be up all night, most likely. Most likely, I might be out here, you know, studying, doing research. You know, I do feel a bit unnerved. Okay, so I'm going to sit down and eat. I have not been able to eat. I've been studying all day, getting to the scriptures. But no, I'd rather not have you call the officer out here unless it's truly an emergency. I mean, this is a bit of an emergency, it is, but not enough for them to waste their gas money, which is by, you know, taxpayer dollars, paid for by taxpayer dollars, coming out here, you know, and doing that. I'm not a petty person. Okay. Now, if I did catch him while I was behind him, I would have stayed at a safe distance. And then I would call the police and not engage with him. He was very aggressive. He had a very aggressive tone. I did get called quite a few niggas in this process. No one came over to help me up off the ground. I remember a few times I've seen individuals fall at the mall that just happened to be Caucasian. They even put me down as a witness when she fell, and I walked up to the family and I said, hey, that young woman in there, or older woman, you know, if you need me for a lawsuit or to take legal action, they have my information. Aliyan Sayors Marian, call me. Okay, now they were just passing through. They weren't from here for what I can recollect. And they were Caucasian. Another woman fell that works at the Sabiro pizza joint that I was trying to get a job at. But unfortunately they spit in my food. So I knew I was gonna get a job there, my drink particularly. And they said some very derogatory things, but the old woman fell there and I wanted to help her out. She got it before I could, but her own people were laughing at her. They didn't care, they just watched her fall. And I was shocked. And I was quite a distance from her, but I got my ass up to help her out. And I was looking at them like, damn. I just thought it was pretty disappointing. All right, I was pretty saddened by that. She got up eventually. But like I say, I forgive everything that's happening to me. I just got to read some scriptures of forgiveness. You know, keep that spirit of forgiveness in me. Got nothing against these people, man. But I just, you know, a lot of things have been said to me. I'm not going to go into detail. Based off of my height, you know, and unfortunately he did mention, well, it was something that he kept mentioning, and now I'm going to let you go. He kept mentioning my penis. They kept mentioning my penis, my testicle size, and I did not appreciate that. The individual stemming from extreme insecurity and penis envy, and I researched this. It's actually a real statement or a true phrase, and I'm not trying to be funny. I'm not making shit up. I'm not trying to talk about the individual. This is a very serious call. Now, I take you guys and your time very seriously, so forgive me. I even had to call you on this shit. This is why I don't even you know, a lot of shit that I'm dealing with, you know, it's kind of out of your hands now. But within the guides of legal jurisdiction, I do have to call you, let you know if anything escalates, and if I'm found at fault, I'm on the wrong side of the law, you know, it would be a very bad thing for me, especially my situation. So but go ahead, I'm so sorry. Go ahead, I'm so sorry.
No, I'm listening, go ahead.
But that's it. You know, I have nothing against the individual, the complexion of his skin, nor the size of his penis. But he has something against me. And that's what it is. So I'm a pacifist now. I'm a conscientious objector. So I was not running after him to engage. But to engage peacefully and legally in my defense of the possible future consequences of me not taking action as soon as I did, and him reacting even worse. So that's why I ran as I did. But I did not catch him, it was all the Lord's plan. So I said, it is what it is. I do have to clean my wounds. My sackcloth ripped off. I fell pretty hard. It's unfortunate. They are witnesses, but they're not going to come forward, unfortunately, because of the complexion of my skin and the size of my dick. Unfortunately, forgive me my language. I do have PTSD. So I have nothing against them. But I am trying to find employment. All right, now you see him yelling in the background. Okay, and they also talked about, she was just yelling, talking about in the anus. They were talking about that too. And just give me a minute. And also there were some fishermen down here before all this happened that were yelling, as they were yelling this in the background too, because there's so many people. For me to get a job, for me to get off the streets, for me to get ahead in life, in this city, and this is why I may have to move out, unfortunately, she said I had to fuck or engage in intercourse with their kids, particularly Caucasian women and men. And I did not appreciate that. I ignored it. I did not document it. It happens 24/7. So I forgave her, just kept doing it. I just didn't feel it was right that she was disrespecting her man, her significant other, when she didn't have to do that. That was very disrespectful. And she showed qualities of being very disloyal and a very unkempt woman. Okay? I just didn't appreciate that, but that's all I wanted to say. I'm so sorry. Is there anything I need to do on my part in regards to calling you? I apologize for being so long-winded.
Nope, I think you're good.
All right, I'm so sorry. Okay, if I have any other issues that are serious enough to call, I will definitely call you, but for the most part, I'll text you if anything else. There's some other issues, but not big enough to call. I'm so sorry. No pun intended.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. You have a blessed one now.
You too, bye.
Yes, ma'am. Shalom, shalom, and shalom. All right, guys, as you can see here, that's how you talk to the police. All right? Now, if any of you are having issues with the police, okay, I would just say this. If any of you are having issues with the police, members of my community that just happen to be Hebrew, that is how you should conduct yourself, okay? And I got PTSD, so you might be a little bit better at conducting yourself than me. Okay? You know, I just want to say I did ask the Caucasian females. I said, well, I'm not looking for a fuck buddy. I'm looking for a life partner in love. You know what they told me? They said they just wanted to fuck. And I said, but wait a minute now. I said, but what about Taylor Swift? And I was trying to relate to them. So I used a woman of their demographic. And I said to them, this is what I said, okay? I said it real nice like. I said, but what about baby just say, excuse me, what about it's a love story? Baby just say yes. Taylor fucking Swift. And you know what they said to me? They don't give a fuck about love. They just want to dig in their ass in every orifice of their body. Put my salvation on it. That's why they keep me out of Target, because I had too much dirt on them. I just let the I would record and just let that shit run. In silence, it would not be by me not speaking, because they were speaking on the recordings, verbally assaulting me, sexually harassing me, in all manners and ways of atrocity as their philosophy. Alright? Nothing personal, just business. Okay? I'm sorry this light is a bit bright. You know? A lot of these Caucasians, man, they discriminate against me because, you know, I'm dark as midnight. No pun intended, I didn't mean to rhyme that. But to them, I'm the worst thing. I'm the worst thing since the boogeyman. Coming from out the closet, no pun intended, for a lot of the homosexuals around here. All right? Or crawling from underneath the bed. All right? That individual, from my understanding, and the yelling and screaming around me, and his pink pants, and me having issues with individuals like this, and this individual as well too, before. All right? Because this is a small town. Okay? Now, I didn't catch him. Didn't know his name. When you recognize faces and you recognize voices. When you tend to be around people. And I'm pretty friendly. All right? Someone talks to me, I talk to them, I say, hi, how you doing? I wave to people, say shalom. I wink. And they are so shocked because they say, oh my God. Good golly, Scott, this nigger cock is still friendly. We're going to have to do something about that. Johnny on the spot. Because this nigger cock is making us look bad. Bad. And this is what they do. I ain't lying. These motherfuckers crazy as hell, man. So that's why they say I'm not friendly. Everything that's happening to me is my fault. They don't know how to calm down. They damn sure don't know how to shut the fuck up. Alright? I have to get going, but nothing personal, just business. Standing 10 toes down on business, standing on the rock of the cornerstone. That the bigots have refused. And this is Esau, the lowly Jew, wild man, and born of harlot true. And I approve this message brought to you. Shalom, shalom, and shalom. Mazel tov, motherfucker. By the way, I wish I would have grabbed my helmet because it would have helped me in the fall. It is what it is.